Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brightops, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. And it's been a little while since we played this one, I will admit. Let's see, just trying to remind myself what the plan for today was. Well, at some point we are going to have to start doing Scavola's actual missions, because let's face it, votes early on kind of sided with her over the Dex and his, well, overzealousy nature. Let's just put it like that. But we've got a couple of other missions we can do potentially first. We still don't have the next part in the secret missions available, but you know, I have a soft spot for Ro. So let's go. We'll start with our navigator and sort of work our way up. Carrion Crew. The corpses of settlers who long ago breached the tomb of Ubjo, I have no idea how to pronounce that, may still have augmentations and architech and archotech that surpasses current Imperial technology. Quartermaster Rowe has identified these as a potentially valuable resource to be recovered from the tomb. This one's a hard difficulty. Let's see, we've got the Praetorians, which is going to be fun. Oh, that's right, we haven't actually named this guy, have we? Whoopsie-daisy. Alright, quick little mission before we do this one. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with him being a Magos, but we need to give him a new name. We've got a few other people. Just a quick glance at our list of subscribers. 1 second, just bringing it up. Actually, here we go. There is one who is a rather recent subscriber. Well, who seems as good a pick as any. I will be the first to admit, I'm not 100% sure how to actually pronounce this. But Magos Torinium, I think. Yeah, we'll have him as a Magos. Just so we have something new. Alright, let's do this. So we're going to load up on our tech priests. Yay. Unfortunately, we can't actually afford to bring along any of the really high-end assistants, so we're going to be bringing servitors. Because they are cheap. And disposable. The Tomb of Abajor presents an opportunity for resource acquisition. Will not be pleasant. Pleasantness or otherwise is not an issue for a Magos of Mars. What is this opportunity? Settlers of St. Eckhart's Hope breached the tomb. Flayed ones used their corpses as raw materials. Those settlers possessed archotech and augmentations now lost to Imperial science. Anira suggests recovering those materials for our use. I comprehend the disgust such a proposal would have for less augmented personnel. Augmentations and forgotten tech are extremely valuable to Medicare facilities. If the opportunity arises, Quartermaster, I shall see that if these resources can be returned to Imperial use. And we're sending in the team to take care of this. Huzzah. My scouts have postulated a deposit of bodies at a location well within the tomb. It would explain how the flayed ones got their biological matter before any Skitarii were lost inside. preservation of corpses is remarkable. The sealed environment in the tomb probably helped mummify the dead from St. Eckhart's Hope. Maybe some Necron technology too. Whatever it is, it stopped when we breached the tomb because the place stinks of decay. Then time to recover is limited. Decomposition and Necron use will soon render them beyond our grasp. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yep, not surprised there. This is on hard difficulty. This chamber is strewn with human bones, picked clean of any flesh, from skulls and pelvises to vertebrae and tiny bones from the hands and feet. It is impossible at a glance to tell how many skeletons must have contributed to the scene. Let's see, extract, collect skulls for conversion into servo skulls later. Let's see, search through the bones for anything of value, or examine. Examine the bones for clues of their origin. You know what? Let's gather some skulls. The cohort finds several intact craniums among the dead. They are old and brittle, but may be suitable for menial-level servo skulls, for which there is always a need on the ship. One of the skulls has an Imperial eagle mark on the forehead, the remnants of an electro proclaiming the individual as particularly pious. Oh well. Onwards we go. Morbid curiosity increases, and irresistible slash delectable slash fascinating curiosity. Perfect addition to my spine collection. On a pedestal in this filthy and corroded chamber is an incandescently bright, polished item resembling a human spine cast in chromed metal. This appears to be an augmentation removed from one of the dead settlers, though it is strange to see it displayed like this. Let's see, awareness, examine the rest of the chamber before deciding how to proceed. Averse, just take the thing. Or aversion, leave it alone, it is obviously the bait for a trap. Let's go awareness. The cohort skirts around the edges of the chamber, checking for traps and hidden devices. They find a pressure switch on the pedestal linked to packets of concealed explosives, and are able to examine this simple but effective example of Necron cunning. Not bad. Let's see, which way do we want to go? You know what, we've been pretty good, let's go a bit along the long route. This chamber appears to have only recently been reconnected to the network of passages linking the areas of the tomb. It seems to have been used as a shelter by some of the settlers, who evidently became separated from the main group and barricaded themselves in here to die. A few mouldering skeletons still remain. Science, search for clues of how they died. Economics, search the remains of anything of value. Or psychology, search for record the settlers made of their fate. Science. A metitude of mandible marks on the bone suggests the settlers were devoured by Necron scarab constructs, which were too small to be held off by the settlers' crude barricades. The role of the scarabs as a combination maintenance and defense construct is further illuminated. That is a nasty way to go, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, glyph time. It has been a while. I think this one's a good one. Good enough. It's not negative, which is currently a win in our direction. Alright, first first mission area. And oh look, they've got some extra people coming as well. Immortals. Yay. Alright. Quick look around the field. I'm not seeing any actual monitors, so this is just purely going to be a fight. Move the servitor forward here so that it can die gloriously in the name of the Omnissiah. Oh look, we dodged an attack. Nice. And that one actually hit the one that had the best chance of resisting an energy attack. At least I think these are energy attacks. It's honestly kind of hard to tell. First things first, let's see what we can do about dealing with these sons of bitches. And also send... Hang on, is that a... Is that an active panel? Yes, yes it is. It would seem that it didn't appear on the initial scan. Which isn't great by any means, but... well, we'll see what we can do. You know, in hindsight, I could have just... I could have increased the damage that thing could do, but... oh well, too little too late for that now. And oh look, here come more flayed ones. Because they're always fun. Fun for the whole family, flayed ones. Okay, not entirely sure what we just pulled off there, how much damage we pulled off there because of reasons, but yes, at least we have some idea of what we're dealing with. Okay, we actually managed to do a fair bit of damage. Not bad. Alright, we're going to take a bit of a... yeah, we took a bit of a glancing blow there, but we did kind of need to get them Grey Vested out of range, so that he could do awesome things to help out his fellow tech priests. Plus, this is a good opportunity to allow to allow our new Magos to do some damage. Alright, might as well just quickly combine gathering some resources with finishing off this speedy son of a bitch. And flame on! Because fire is the solution to if not all problems, at least most of them. Unfortunately, actually doing the whole jump pack thing doesn't actually count as an attack of opportunity, which is annoying, but sometimes we just can't help it. Alright, let's just get rid of at least some of these bloody... Actually, yeah, we can get rid of some of these damn things. Time to clear house a little. Good beginning. One would think, at any rate. Alright, first things first, we're scanning this thing, gathering some blackstone, because it's beneficial for us to do so. As well as being positioned that when we open fire, we're doing as much damage to everyone as possible. Damn, this is actually a fairly sturdy, bloody panel. Still, it's down, and that's what matters. Granted, we still have our immortals up here, and this bugger down here that's still alive. But we'll take care of that soon enough. That's a problem. You were Oh, he can't actually attack. He can't actually do the whole strike thing because, well, for quite the obvious reason of he doesn't have a melee weapon to smack you with. Okay. We're gonna fall back to about here. Do a little bit of repair work on self because we've got the opportunity, and trying to not be shot by the bloody immortals. Oh yes, and there's also you, isn't there? Little bit of a boost there, and we're... And alas, we're gonna be... Yep. Gonna be taking a hit for doing this, but... Gotta love the... I almost forgot we had this, and I'm glad I didn't. See, we can't hit him, but we can hit you. Unfortunately, you're not dead. Yet. Yes, we know, more Necrons awaken, we get it. Basically, we're just doing it so that for the next 6 attacks, we ignore armor, so we can actually kill this thing. And it's dealt with. We don't have to worry about it picking off anyone anymore. And we can go and get... And even better, we can now get into a good position to absolutely wreck the absolute hell out of these bloody immortals. Because their armor does nothing. Admittingly, admittingly, at the moment, their armor, since this guy's armor is very much energy-based, whereas that guy was energy-based, so this one was physical, their armor probably was not going to help them much anyway, but, well, these small things happen. Unfortunately, despite the fact that they are lacking things such as armor, or their armor is not going to be protecting them, we still have to actually kill the bloody things. And there's one less of them. Great. Just quickly gathering some 2 extra things. Because a little bit of extra cognition is always good. Sadly, that probably does count as an attack, which, not great, but... Well, we'll see what we can do. Alright, we'll just grab an extra point of cognition because we can. Unfortunately, we can't actually... We don't quite have enough of it in order to do any serious damage. And I am glad I put that shield up. But quick first, before I forget, let's just clear up the remaining injured, because we don't want to have anyone getting back up. Just going to delay turn a bit there, just so that we have the advantage of having as much stuff as possible. 1, 2. Finish him. Wonderful. That's our first part of this mission taken care of. A long-dead corpse, desecrated and drawn, lies in the corner of this chamber. From the tatters of clothing and the age of the corpse, it looks like one of the settlers from Saint Eckhart's Hope. Perhaps this isolated body contains some of the valuable tech Rio is seeking, or valuable information. Let's see, we can pray for the soul of the long-dead settler, we can examine it, or we can pull the thing apart. Let's just examine the body. The body has been dead for so long it is impossible to be certain of the cause of death. It has no visible augmetics, but still clutched in one near-skeletal hand is a bespoke las pistol with a set of fine quality optics. A piece of craftsmanship such as this will make an excellent example for the mission's artificers. Probably said that, but probably messed it up, but whatever. On to the next room. Another room, another battle. Woo. Still, a lot of the reason we're doing these ones is quite literally because, well, we needed the Blackstone. Oh, that's a destroyer. That's not good at all. Well, this is what the servitors are for. To literally be shot and die. Okay, just a quick look around. Are there any... Nope, there's no actual... There's nothing even remotely like a... There's nothing even remotely like a panel here. It's a very small map, actually. One dead. And we'll also take the moment to reveal the stats for the destroyer. Because that one's the serious bugger we need to worry about. Alright, Conrad, Dominus Conrad. We are not going to forget the fact that we can supercharge your thing by a lot. Because I want everything dead. Damn, we did a lot of damage this time around. And to keep in mind, this is damage done through 3 points of energy armor. If this thing had been physically armored, it would be dead right now. Still, if this one's going to be quick, let's get it over with quickly. Second gun. Not down, but very, very injured. Just finish it off, and it's dead. A fairly quick fight compared to the previous ones, but can't complain. Could this be one of the places the settlers breached? It could be worth examining. Maybe the remains are close by. The remains of some badly corroded mining equipment, evidently of human origin, lie beside a filled-in breach in the wall and ceiling of this passageway. Let's see, dig out the evacuated areas to look for clues, loot the mining equipment for any useful components, or examine. Let's see. You know what? Let's just loot it. The Necrons reanimate 1 turn faster. The rusting carcass of the mining rig turns out to be home to a small hive of Necron scarabs. They swarm over the tech priests who are forced to destroy the mining rig, fending them off, alerting nearby Necrons in the process. So the Necrons have awoken a little bit more. Not great, but not the worst thing in the world. Alright. I think you're a good one. As it turns out, yes, it just healed up our surviving servitor, who I don't think was injured, but well, who am I to complain? Last room. I'm hoping there are panels here that we can both scan for black stone and destroy to try and lower the thing. Okay, say this right away. Panel was in a good spot. We're just gonna delay the delay turns a little bit, just because. Yep, here we go. Oh, this one's gonna be a gold mine of activity. So Necron Awakening goes down. Let's start shooting. And just to see what's the actual. Well, we did very little damage to that, to be honest, but what can I say? We did good. Alright, so you've got physical armor. Three and 2. Just enough, actually. And while we're at it, we'll also just grab our points of cognition, because why not? Before pulling back to let the more melee-focused people go forth and have fun. Ouch! That one hurt. though it died to do so. Ouch. Ah, yes, immortal. Right. Hey, I'll be honest, I'm not gonna turn... Hang on, we'll move here. Just that way we can just grab all the things and get a scan done. As well as open up the next area from the looks of it. Or as it turns out, we just wait for... We have to get both panels scanned before the next part will go up. Well, scanned or destroyed, either or. Here they come. Ah, we need to get here. Good. First things first. Let's see about wrecking this son of a bitch's day. Sadly, we can't get both, but we can break the panel and... Let's see. Ouch! Energy armor 4. Yeah, that explains why he's not dead. Because that should have been a lot more damage. Alright, here we go. Ooh, this is gonna be bad. I admittingly have a plan going forward. A somewhat cunning plan. I'll admit it's not... Well, cunning might be a bit over the top, but if it works, it works. I'm really hoping he doesn't... Oh, thank... Oh, good. He aims for the other guy. Because that would have been fatal if it had actually hit. Look at us. Alright, we're just going to take a glancing blow. We can absorb that just fine, because Conrad is apparently a tank. First things first, let's just get rid of you. Let's just blast you as well, just to have one less problem to have to worry about. And oh look, another dead flare. Flayed one. Good, good. Quick bit of repair work, just to get that taken care of. You dead. Make sure you're dead so you don't get back up. And then we're gonna go smack this guy in the face with an axe. Tragically didn't actually, hang on. Could potentially... Yes, we finished him off, because we managed to encourage our servitor to launch an attack. Very good indeed. And now we're going to start making our way towards the exit. Oh yes, we also didn't finish him off. Finish off that panel, but we'll take care of that in a second. First things first. Two for the price of one. And we'll even bring the servitor along with us, even though he's kind of an extra. We don't really need to get him out alive. We seriously just need to get the all the tech priests here. We don't really need him, but... eh. And we'll even do a little bit of healing as well while we're in the area. And first things first, kill this. If for no other reason than that. Then we'll break you, so you're not a problem anymore. And we'll give, and for the sake of it, we'll just give our servitor a little bit of a boost. Because now he'll move a bit further in his turn. Okay. And last but not least, our new guy. Currently just skittering along like the robotic spider that they are. Mission complete. The mass of mummified, tangled bodies is a horrific sight, but carries a paradoxical hope with it, as the tech priests find several intact bionics and minor items of aerotech among the bodies. Several examples of lost augmetic technology recovered. The Surgeons will make great use of them. Then I allow myself satisfaction and pride that our endeavors were successful. Returning such technology to the Adeptus Mechanicus is a sacred act, if it brings the galaxy closer to the Omnissiah's vision. Also replaces lost limbs, eyes on wounded Skitarii. Return to battle, fight on. Kill and die for the machine god. Cycle continues. This is as it must be. So all in all, a fairly successful mission. And we are going to be making a lot of blackstone on this one. Let's see. Let's see, Chant of the Remorseless Fist. Because we did over 300 physical attacks, next attack will break 6 physical armor. Not bad. Prayer of Titanium. Plus 6 energy armor for 1 round. Because we got shot 150 times. Okay, we have some new missions and we've got some new missions, including the Corrupted King, so Lord Abajo, and the 4th Seal, which we will deal with another time. But right now, we've got some stone to spend. Let's have a quick look at levels, just to make sure we're all on the same. Rank 13, rank 7, which will probably be where we throw you. Rank 11. Alright, first things first, we'll start off with the least, because Magos Deuterium is our lowest person. One level up. 2 levels up just to have a new piece of equipment, which is always good. 3 levels up, which just increases the amount of damage and range they can do. Very nice. So you could level them up again? Could. And I think we will. But where do we want to put it? You know what? Engine Seer might actually be a good one to have. It would be a good combination. Now let's see what we can do about upgrading your gear, because you can now have a lot more stuff. Hang on. Where's your head? Oh, that one. I was just being a bit silly there for a second. See, we'll unplug that. Throw you there. Now, do we have something that will boost? I'm just looking for something that basically does the same thing, only for physical damage. You know, it occurs to me that I could have probably benefited from having the ability to just fill up our cog meter, but a bit late for that now. Oh well. What we can do is take on this little jabby thing, which, due to its design, allows us to gain 2 cognition points from poking stuff with it. Very nice, which will help fuel the weaponry. Do I want... Actually, no. I might find something different for you, since, quite honestly, I might just give him a second of the 2 cognition point collectors, since his weaponry are fairly expensive to use, all things considered. Not the most expensive, but still pretty bad. Alright, and that will be our upgrades for this time around. Until next time, my name is Brightops, and I look forward to hearing from you.